is Samira Duran.
Every 90 seconds, a victim dies of cardiac arrest. And this is where I start. If we have the proper blood flow, there would be no failure of the heart. Now, I'm not talking that A or B blood that we're born with or we die with. I'm saying the blood we're here to live our life with. You see, the funny thing about time is that it always runs out. We spend countless hours in our lifetime searching for the one or preparing ourselves, and when we think we found them, it's as if we don't even know anyone else. And most of the times, the one that we found is not the one with whom we should ultimately abound, but every human is blind to their own faults, and everything is easily seen in hindsight. But you see, the heart beats on the left, maybe that's why it's not always right. And now you're contemplating, reiterating and backtracking, your Monday morning quarterbacking. You're left like Boaz was before he got married, ruthless, which causes you to be truthless and useless. But there's blessingness in brokenness, you see. God often insults the mind to bring grace to the heart. And I wonder if anyone out there is still listening. Listen, love is the irresistible desire to be irresistibly desired. I said love is the irresistible desire to be irresistibly desired. And that's exactly how his love relentlessly pursued us. He said, "You're not worthy, my son, but you're worth it." It's as if God gave Jesus as a down payment. Our lives were put on layaway until his was laid away. But why are we living behind locked doors as if he was still dead? Silence speaks volume. Don't act like you don't know him. The reality that I convey is that the sequel is never better than the original. You know it's only half as good. So stop putting things before him and making him a duplicate, because you can't make a copy without consulting the blueprint.
Woo!
You see, when I started this spoken word, I didn't have much to say, so I spoke his words, because who good is the word of it ain't spoken, right? We need to spread God like a disease. We shouldn't be out here dying. We should be surviving. All they say is cash rules everything around me, when life ain't all about the green. But assimilation brings about association, so maybe if you put Christ in their blunts, then get high enough to reach redemption. Your sins speak louder than your vocal cords, my friend. Liberation isn't given, liberation is won. But we inconveniently forget that he already won it for us with his blood and his sweat. So we don't earnestly seek him the way that we ought to, because in this world, delusions, lies, and confusion. See, I was meant to touch this world since the day that I was born. So I guess that I'll start with these words and these rhymes, because even the princess gets her education one night at a time. So I tell you that he is the greatest love story ever told. And the truth is exactly what the proof is, the cross. So that we might pursue him, the way the Red Sea poured out of his eyes, and on his body the pain and excruciating scars. So that when it's time for us to come home, we won't be needing CPR.